Hey guys, real quick live, real quick live. So, there's a lot of news breaking about this true crime case that we've been talking about regarding Nancy Guthrie and Savannah, this whole situation with her disappearance and whatnot. So, I'm letting the people come in here. I know I just went live like that because I really want to kind of get ahead of all of the stuff that's happening right now. So, I was sent several videos of the Brian Enton video where blood was shown. I don't know if you guys saw that. But before I even go there, I need to tell you guys what is happening with TMZ and this whole situation, guys. Like, I was like, oh my God. So, multiple reports. Listen to this. Apparently, there were other outlets that received the same ransom note that TMZ had received. But those outlets went to the police. TMZ went public. TMZ, according to CBS News, never told the police about the ransom note. Watch this.
The Pima County Sheriff's Office tells CBS News national correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti that they have received a ransom note for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. The note reportedly contained details about the home and what Nancy was wearing the night she was kidnapped. Authorities would not confirm the accuracy of this note, but say the FBI has reviewed it and shared it with Savannah. Andres Gutierrez joins us now with the latest from Tucson. What do we know?
What we know at this point is that that note was sent to a local television station late last night. That television station agreed not to go public with it. Instead, they did the right thing and shared it with authorities first. The sheriff notes that the note did include specific details about the home and what Nancy Guthrie was wearing the night that she disappeared. He would not confirm whether that information is accurate, but says the FBI reviewed the note and made a decision to share it with Savannah Guthrie. Nearly 20 hours after receiving it and analyzing it, the sheriff says they are taking this particular note very seriously. Authorities had hoped to keep it from becoming public, but that same note was sent to TMZ, which reported on it before contacting the sheriff's office. Again, this is the sheriff telling this to our Jonathan Vigliotti. We here at CBS News need to emphasize that these notes have not been authenticated. As for the surveillance video, the sheriff says it has not produced anything helpful so far. Investigators believe that the system here may be set to automatically delete after a short period of time, and so they are attempting to recover that video using that forensic tools. They're also asking neighbors here to slow down and take a second look at the video because, again, this will be very key and pivotal to this investigation as it continues to unfold.
There you go. So, a local news source received the same letter. They didn't go public with it because what don't you do? When you get a ransom note, you don't talk about it. You take it to police. They took it to police. TMZ received the same one and they went public with it. Do people understand? Like, there was people in my comments for my last video that were like, well, what's the big deal? Like, I'm like, what do you mean? It's a freaking ransom note. If somebody's asking for money, it's very specific as to what they're trying to do. Yes, another local news source got it one day today after TMZ did. TMZ didn't tell the police about it. TMZ went live with it and then maybe told the police about it. That's what they just said. More information. Hold up, y'all, because I was like, what? I heard this. I said, no. Details about the ransom note and Nancy's disappearance.
Thank you for joining us. The Pima County Sheriff has confirmed to CBS News they received a ransom note related to the apparent abduction of Nancy Guthrie. The note contains specific details of what Nancy, the mother of Today's Show anchor Savannah Guthrie, was wearing Saturday night when she is believed to have been taken, although the sheriff would not confirm the accuracy of that information. Our crews also took this video, which appears to show drops of blood on her doorstep of her home, but it's unclear whose blood it may be. Detectives collected DNA samples from the home that have been confirmed to belong to Nancy, but the sheriff has not confirmed whether those samples were blood.
And this is what Brian Enton. So people were going at Brian Enton, you're disturbing a crime scene. No, it's cleared. This is literally what was left over. And so you can see that the ring door camera is gone from the front door. So he's allowed to walk there because the police have cleared the crime scene for him to walk and report. It's a little bit different. If the police hadn't cleared anything, it'd be different, but he's able to report.
Local sheriff said the investigation is ongoing, warning reporters during a press conference today the department is still waiting for evidence to be processed to get more answers.
We gathered all the evidence we could, to include looking for what?
Crazy.
Fingerprints, DNA, camera images, everything you can imagine. And we gathered that out. Those things have been submitted forward to labs, to technological companies to help us. And we're like you. We're waiting for those returns to come back.
CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez joins me now from outside the Guthrie home. What more have we learned?
Well, Lindsay, the Pima County Sheriff told Jonathan Vigliotti that ransom note was sent to a local television station late last night. They ended up sharing it with investigators, but chose not to make it public. The sheriff said that note did include specific details about the home and what Nancy Guthrie.
So police did receive, they're acknowledging that there was a ransom note. It was sent to a local source. That note was sent out to TMZ. Okay. The local reporters, whatever, from that area, I guess, decided not to go public with it. Because again, if you receive a ransom note, you don't go public. You don't know whose life you're putting at risk.
Was wearing that night. He would not confirm whether that information is accurate, but the FBI reviewed that note and made a decision to share it with Savannah Guthrie nearly 20 hours after receiving it and analyzing it. The sheriff says they are taking this note very seriously. Authorities had hoped to keep it from becoming public, but that same note was later sent to TMZ, which then reported on it before contacting the sheriff's office. We here at CBS News
reported on it. Listen, they reported on it before contacting sheriff's office, which means they went live and they talked about it before consulting with sheriffs. They do not give an F about the safety of anybody. Like literally, they reported on it before they went consulting with the sheriff's office. Let that be very clear, because what the hell did Harvey say in that video? Oh, we've been trying to get a hold of the sheriffs. We've been trying. A local reporter had received, a local news station had received the letter before and didn't go live on it. They sent it over to the sheriffs. They didn't make content. They didn't report on it. Okay? Like there's a difference. And yes, the question is, why would people send it to multiple sources? I would agree. I think that's a fantastic question. But ultimately, why would you go live and talk about it? That's freaking crazy, man. I'm just telling you, man. If I was Savannah, and I'll say it again, I said it in the last video, I would be so pissed off right now. That's what I would be, because this is like life and death at this point, guys.
They are taking this note very seriously. Authorities had hoped to keep it from becoming public, but that same note was later sent to TMZ, which then reported on it before contacting the sheriff's office. We here at CBS News need to emphasize the note's authenticity has not been verified. As for the surveillance video, the sheriff's office said that they have not produced anything productive, helpful so far. Investigators believe the system may have been set to automatically delete footage after a short period of time, and now they're attempting to recover that video using forensic tools. As you noted, we did observe some small amounts of blood outside the front door of the house here. Again, the sheriff was asked over at the press conference earlier today about that blood, and he says that they have sent DNA evidence over to the lab and they have received some results, but those results haven't told them who did this. He also stressed that that forensic work overall takes some time and they still don't have the answers for that, and they're still waiting for more information.
Crazy.
Andres Gutierrez.
Yes. He was mentioned, Harvey Levin, and he has not addressed it either. He was mentioned as somebody who, again, is it Mike Sidrick, PR person, okay, who's really close friends with Harvey Levin. At the time, they were trying to figure out what to do with this, PR situation with Epstein when all these SO stuff was coming about. Yeah, he was mentioned, and we talked about it on this channel, actually. We were, myself, Ticket TV, BJ on Twitter, as well as some others were the first ones to really talk about it. But this is just insane, like all in 1 week. I don't know if this is supposed to be some kind of a distraction or whatnot. Don't address the fact that this man was mentioned in the Epstein files. But literally, you have, look at this. Cheek said that YouTube is holding comments that say Harvey Levin is in the Epstein files. Put HL ... mention in the EF files. I don't know, or EF. Ahmad, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Shout out to you. Thank you. Sorry, let me shout out some people, guys. B Tim, oh my goodness, 37 OG member months. Thank you, love. Shout out to B Tim. Guys, drop some hearts and flowers for B Tim. And my beautiful, wonderful Jen hates social media, 19 months. Also get into the OG status. Thank you. Thank you. Ahmad, thank you guys. Appreciate guys. Longtime members. TMZ only cares about TMZ. Lord have mercy. Yeah, TMZ only cares about it. That's not even, that's a huge statement, and it's an accurate statement. But TMZ lied. They didn't report accurately. They said they received something. They said that they let the authorities know. They were trying so hard to get a hold of somebody. But no, they talked about it before they spoke to the authorities. Okay. And he even said, Harvey said that this happens all the time in media where, people will get notes and stuff like that. Okay. So then do you take these notes serious or do you take them to the police? Like, again, if Savannah is a colleague, and I'm not saying that they work in the same building, but they do work in the same industry, right? If I'm a colleague and you know what I mean? Like, for me, I'm not going to go live on a life and death situation or put that out there. I probably would have consulted with police and then maybe put it out there. If police were like, yeah, we're okay with it. Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why the local reporters didn't go live on it. Local to the area. They even said it didn't feel right to go about it. And not only that, we keep forgetting this. We don't know. I think a lot of us have concluded that this lady is probably not alive. Okay, but we don't know. And honestly, I don't want to be the one to find out that if I put some news out there, that could have caused somebody's life because I put it out there. Somebody also said in the comments, well, how do you know that they didn't ask Harvey to put it out or else? I don't know. I don't know. But the local news outlet said that they received the same exact note. Why didn't they put it out first if that was the case? Probably because they were consulting with police. Probably because they saw the gravity of the situation. You're talking about an abduction, guys. And again, it goes back to why would somebody abduct an 84-year-old woman? We don't know. And honestly, I don't want to test the waters. I'm going to comply with police.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Anna Schechter joins me now. She's a senior coordinating producer for CBS News' Crime and Public Safety Unit. The story just gets more and more distressing. So the Pima County Sheriff Department told our Jonathan Vigliotti that they were trying to keep the information of this ransom note from going public, but it leaked. Why would they want to do that, to prevent it from going public?
Well, they want to figure out the best course of action. This is a complex situation,
Exactly.
Potentially a complex negotiation, and you don't want a lot of noise influencing the outcome when you want to have as
the FBI is involved, guys. The FBI was at the press conference today. Okay? That should have told you everything. From the beginning of this case, when we were talking about immediately, I said, listen, this is giving abduction, kidnapping. But the question is why? It was targeted. Maybe they saw $1. We don't know. But they're not going to tell us at the very first press conference whether there was a ransom note, especially if there's a threat involved. They already have a crime scene, blood on the floor. I don't understand. Some of these outlets that report on true crime, are they slow? Did they just wake up in 2026 and they're like, well, we're going to test this shit out and see how it goes? What?
much control over the situation as possible from a law enforcement perspective. So they were not happy that this information leaked out, but then they felt they had to put out there that they are taking this seriously, and every tip, including that one, went to the FBI, and their detectives were working closely together.
Any other information that you glean from Jonathan's interview with Sheriff Nanos?
Well, all of this around the note is really extraordinary. And so it was great to have Jonathan there asking him about it. But in terms of the surveillance video in the house, we learned that actually it would tape over and wouldn't save in a way that's easy to obtain the video. So the surveillance video from inside her home right now is not helpful. But what I think is going to be even more helpful, because in a funny way, it almost doesn't matter what happened in the house. What matters is finding them and getting the make and model of the vehicle that she was taken away in is key to finding them, because that way a multi-state coordinated investigation can kick in where they're looking for one vehicle.
The day that she went missed, that Sunday, they started putting out dogs. The dogs likely didn't pick up on any scent because she was taken away in a car, right? All of that. Look, I'm not making it. We reviewed the TMZ video, literally. Ransom note 5 hours ago.
So
Their own words.
something happened here just a few minutes ago. We received an email at TMZ from somebody purporting to basically issue a ransom demand. I'm not going to read this, but the top line to it is that they are asking for money, a lot. They are asking for it in the form of Bitcoin, and they are putting an or else on this.
Right.
Now, they also say they do two things.
You don't want that number.
Right. They say two things. They say that that there is an address, a Bitcoin address that that they could send this money to, and then they give a description of something that Savannah's mother was wearing at the time of the abduction, and a damaged item in the house.
Both things are clearly mentioned because they want to prove that they're legit. That
So
they have information about something that happened in the house. We
don't know.
Don't know if that is.
That note was sent to a local media, a local news source, before it went to TMZ. The local people didn't go live with it. These guys did. We would have not known about any of this publicly. We weren't supposed to, if it wasn't for the fact that TMZ went live with it.
That is accurate.
We have called the sheriff's department. We've made multiple calls, spoken with the detective unit. We have passed on.
Listen to what they're saying and listen to what CBS News said. They hadn't talked to police. They hadn't talked. So somebody's not telling the truth. Who and what? Who is it? They literally said, CBS News just said this in the report that I showed you guys, that they hadn't even talked to news at all. Let me go back to this guy right here. This guy said it right over here. Look at this. Right over here. Somebody's not telling the truth.
Overall, take some time, and they still don't have the answer for that, and they're still waiting for more information to come back, Lindsay.
Andres Gutierrez, thank you.
My bad.
Anna Schechter.
Let me go back a little bit. Right over here. There it is.
Guthrie home. What more have we learned?
Well, Lindsay, the Pima County Sheriff told Jonathan Vigliotti that ransom note was sent to a local television station late last night. They ended up sharing it with investigators, but chose not to make it public. The sheriff said that note did include specific details about the home and what Nancy Guthrie was wearing that night. He would not confirm whether that information is accurate, but the FBI reviewed that note and made a decision to share it with Savannah Guthrie nearly 20 hours after receiving it and analyzing it. The sheriff says they are taking this note very seriously. Authorities had hoped to keep it from becoming public, but that same note was later sent to TMZ, which then reported on it before contacting the sheriff's office. We here at CBS News need to emphasize the note.
Before contacting sheriff's office, Harvey just said that they spoke to who? They contacted the police. They didn't want the note public, guys. Somebody's lying to us.
Prove that they're legit. That
So
they
what-
have information about something that happened in the house. We
don't know.
Don't know if that is accurate.
We have called the sheriff's department. We've made multiple calls, spoken with the detective unit. We have passed on this email. We don't know whether this is legit or not.
Okay. Did y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Who's telling the truth? Let me know. You said I wouldn't be surprised if Harvey paid for someone from the local station for the email and just said send it to TMZ. Somebody's not telling the truth here. Okay? I don't know what else to make of this.
But I will say, this happens from time to time where a media outlet gets something like this. So just in due diligence, we've...
The one thing we should
has to
say...
be taken very, very seriously. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the one thing we should say is that we have confirmed it. At least the Bitcoin address that they've included in this email is legit.
Right. And the authorities will have to take this very seriously. This is a piece of material evidence that has been turned over. They think an abduction happened.
Oh my God. And then this guy, he drives me crazy. Okay. This is the original report that I saw. Again, this is only 2 minutes long. And they literally said that they weren't supposed to talk about it, or at least, they didn't want it to be made public because it's a ransom note.
Pima County Sheriff's Office tells CBS News national correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti that they have received a ransom note for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of today's show.
This is
co-host
crazy.
Savannah Guthrie. The note reportedly contained details about the home and what Nancy was wearing the night she was kidnapped. Authorities would not confirm the accuracy of this note, but say the FBI has reviewed it and shared it with Savannah. Andres Gutierrez joins us now with the latest from Tucson. What do we know?
That is a good point, Olga. Tell the people. If the lady is like a colleague of these people, okay, they work in the same industry. If Savannah wanted this information out, she would have made it public herself, don't you think? Or she would have been like, okay, like go ahead and release it to the local press, the local news source that received it first. I'm pretty sure that Savannah wasn't consulted by TMZ. It wasn't like TMZ reached out to Savannah and said, hey, Savannah, how do you feel about, this information being out? This is what I'm saying is if I was Savannah, I would be so upset because local media consulted with Savannah. That's what they said. Somebody's not telling the truth at all. And honestly, Savannah probably isn't even thinking about this shit right now. She wants her mom to be found. Like, what are we doing? This is crazy work. Like, y'all really dropped the ball on this one, TMZ. I'm like, listen, I'd be pissed.
What we know at this point is that that note was sent to a local television station late last night. That television station agreed not to go public with it. Instead, they did the right thing and shared it with authorities first. The sheriff notes that the note did include specific details about the home and what Nancy Guthrie was wearing the night that she disappeared. He would not confirm whether that information is accurate, but says the FBI reviewed the note and made a decision to share it with Savannah Guthrie. Nearly 20 hours after receiving it and analyzing it, the sheriff says they are taking this.
20 hours after receiving the note, the local media got it. They let Savannah know. Police let Savannah know. 20 hours. She could have released it to somebody. She didn't.
Particular note very seriously. Authorities had hoped to keep it from becoming public, but that same note was sent to TMZ, which reported on it before contacting the sheriff's office. Again, this is the sheriff telling this to our Jonathan Vigliotti. We here at CBS News need to emphasize that these notes have not been authenticated. As for the surveillance video, the sheriff says it has not produced anything helpful so far. Investigators believe that the system here may be set to automatically delete after a short period of time, and so they are attempting to recover that video using that forensic tools. They're also asking neighbors here to slow down and take a second look at the video because, again, this will be very key and pivotal to this investigation as it continues to unfold.
Terminology matters here. Taking something seriously doesn't necessarily mean you've authenticated it. That's the step the sheriff and other authorities are trying to carry out. Andres Gutierrez, thank you very much for those latest developments from Tucson.
Wow. Well, you guys, what do you guys think in the comments now? Hold up. Let me shout out some people. Mrs. Eds, member for 4 months. Thank you. Debbie, thank you for becoming a member. Princess Jasmina, member for 8 months. Thank you, my love. You'll Never Be Me, member, OG member, 34 months. Thank you, my love. Can't TMZ get obstruction charges? I guess it just depends. I mean, like I said, I would be very upset if I was Savannah. And again, these are people they work in the same industry. I would be pissed off at Harvey at this point. I don't know who wouldn't. Like, do you guys not talk? Do you guys not sit in the same cafeteria table? I don't know. Somebody needs to say something to somebody, whoever. This is crazy work because this lady's not even thinking about this shit right now. She's thinking about her mom, I would think, but that's just me. And again, who's lying? TMZ could have other information. Maybe they'll release an email with the police. They could be telling the truth. I don't know, but some may write about this. Amanda, thank you so much for your 1 month membership. Thank you, Rabbit, for saying this so wild. Well, really quickly, guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. And do me a favor, hit the like button, because listen, if y'all don't hit the like button and you don't hype these videos, they don't go out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tinkle Tits, thank you for the 999. I called this 5 hours ago on Discord. Super easy to spot a Bitcoin scam. Bitcoin as a ransom. Very interesting. Never heard of Bitcoin. You typically hear about dollars and stuff like that, but Bitcoin would be a first. We'll be live tomorrow talking a little bit more about the request. Make sure you guys join us, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Wanted to bring you guys this crazy piece of news. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.